This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season of Coaster Radio. Here are your hosts, my close personal friends, Mike Collins and EB.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with EB. We are ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
Yes, Mike, this is going to be a fun episode of Coaster Radio. We do have a something of a teaser meetup announcement. I think we're going to do that a little bit later. We also want to announce that we're going to do the Ultimate next week.
Yes.
So this week, we're just going to play, in the second half of the show, some Trip Report Roulette, I think. We've got a bunch of Trip Reports lined up, and we're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to play some Trip Reports. But first, Mike, we've got to do our first drop.
Yeah, man, this is one of those stories that I saw all over the place. You know, because there's some stories that just stay within theme park fans, right? Like kind of the stories that are interesting to all of us, but maybe not to mainstream people.
It's always fun when you see some coaster enthusiast news creep into the mainstream, right? Like Siren's Curse has been the story of the summer, I feel like, for the GP, for the general public. But this one also penetrated, I think, into the mainstream media. The Monorail Kid. This has been everywhere on also all social medias last week. Coaster Radio just catching up to give you, I guess, put the lid on this thing and kind of tell the story for everybody who doesn't know the whole story.
Yeah. Now, I'm embarrassed to say, as a theme park podcaster, I know this story. I have seen it, but I know none of the details. It's been kind of a wild week around here for me at work and at home. So can you take the lead on this? What was the story? What was going on?
Yeah. So I think everybody saw on their TikToks or Instagrams or on their Facebooks, the kid walking across the monorail track at Hershey Park. This happened, I think, 2 Saturdays ago. And we saw this kid just walking along the monorail. Some looked like it was like 30 feet up in the air. I mean, pretty high up over the midway. And we see cell phone video and people are yelling and like, oh my gosh. And then as the kid is kind of walking, you see a person climb up onto the roof of a building. I don't know if it's a food stall or a restroom or what. But then he leaps up onto the track because he can reach the track from the top of the building. And he kind of calmly and gently walks out to the kid, picks up the kid, carries him back, and rescues the kid.
Wow.
So it turns out that the kid is on the autism spectrum. He got separated from his parents while visiting at Hershey Park. The parents immediately alerted park personnel, hey, our son is missing. And we're having a hard time finding him. The park mobilized and they were searching for the kid for about 20 minutes before this incident happened. And apparently the kid wandered into a closed monorail station. The monorail wasn't operating right there, and went past a fence and then past what they're describing as a barricaded turnstile, which, Mike, I know the way that I see parks barricade a turnstile is usually put the trash can in front of it.
That's how I've seen it most times.
Right. Yes, so that's the barricaded that's probably the barricaded turnstile. And the kid was just wandering around and then found the track, and very attractive, right? A big blue stripe that I can walk on. So that's what this kid did, is he just walked along the big blue stripe. So pretty exciting. It definitely made it into the mainstream media, definitely went viral online. I think even the dad, I think it was Bill Sampson was his name, or something like that. He was making the rounds on the media. I think he was on the Today Show and talking about how, I guess he's a veterinarian. He was there with his own kids, saying his dad mode kicked in. And as soon as he saw that kid, he ran, and he's the one who climbed up on top of the building to get the kid down. So good on him.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Good for him. Like I get that dad mode. I get it. Like sometimes you get this superhuman strength, right? Like normally you wouldn't be able to scale the building that quickly, but in those moments, man, you can.
And people were criticizing, the crowd, of course, like, there's a kid, he's going to fall and he's going to hurt himself. Time to get out my cell phone.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, sure.
Watch it happen. And that was,
people,
so many people just pointing and yelling and things like that. But this dad, he took action. He knew exactly what to do. So So that's, I think that's one we had to address here for our first drop.
Yeah. Because it's one of those things, man. Like we said, sometimes these stories, they go beyond just like shows like ours and blogs and stuff, they do hit the mainstream media. So good. I'm glad they are celebrating that dad as a hero. That's great. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's really fun. There he is. Yeah, John Sampson, that's his name. John Sampson.
There we go. Yeah. Samson wasn't like Samson. He was like the strong dude from back in the old days, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
See,
and what was Hershey Park's statement on this? We're grateful for the vigilance of our guests and the swift response of our team, and we remain committed to maintaining the highest levels of guest safety throughout Hershey Park by putting trash cans in front of places people should not go. No, that last part was me.
No, that was it's, you know what though, EB, I think about this all the time. There's no way, if somebody wants to get into an area, and I'm not just talking about this kid, I'm talking about adults. If somebody like drops a hat in a restricted zone, there's no stopping people who really want to get into a restricted area.
Nope.
People will do it. People will do it. And I'm not talking about this kid in this instance. I'm just saying, hey, my hat's over there. I need to go get it. You know, that you're not going to stop that person ever.
And it's like we've talked about before with, rides and things like that and engineering. How do you engineer something that's completely, something that a person can't escape from or can't get into, right? We're talking about like escape-proof rides and areas that people can't get into, but yeah, so.
Well, story had a happy ending, so that is good. But we've got some more stories here too, with other happy endings. This is going to be good, man. It's our segment we call Quick Hits. Quick Hits. I'm excited for this, man, because I like what we heard. We talked about some conjecture last week about the dark ride at Kings Island, Boo Blasters going away. And then we were talking about last week, what could happen? The park was doing a lot of stuff, putting out teaser videos and stuff. But now we have details of the return of Phantom Theater at Kings Island. This is exciting.
That's right. It's going to be Phantom Theater Opening Nightmare is the name of the ride.
Nice.
Now,
nice.
Mike, I know you and I have had to name things in the past. I always try to not name things with a colon, so I'm disappointed that they went with the colon here. But they had to, I guess, to get the pun in there. Boo Blasters on Boo Hill, previously the Scooby-Doo Dark Ride, that is now gone. It's done. Last rides were September 1st. And Phantom Theater Opening Nightmare is going to open April 2026. Is this just the same exact ride, except it's a throwback theme? In the press release, it says the comedic and fast-paced family adventure begins with a dark and stormy night, setting the tone for the grand and ghostly reopening of the haunted Phantom Theater. Nice. Inside, a long-awaited performance by Maestro, the theater's resident organist, is set to begin. But during the storm, a lightning strike unleashes the ghost notes. Mischievous musical spirits that wreak havoc across the theater from Maestro's mighty pipe organ. So, with the help of head usher, No Legs Larry, guests will take a role as a member of his team and ride in enchanted opera boxes and utilize special spellbound flashlights to capture and return the ghost notes to the organ so the performance can begin on time. And I guess there's 26 interactive scenes, and they're saying there's going to be wind, there's going to be sound, there's going to be fun Easter eggs. It's a Sally dark ride, indoor dark ride experience, and a nod to the original that made its home at Kings Island in the 90s, I guess.
That's
92
awesome.
to 2002.
That's awesome. My question is, what do they do with all of that cool black light art from before?
Right?
Where is all that stuff?
It's all just going to get repainted. So it's going to be like, hey, that's shaped like the character that was in here before. Right, just painted over. What did they do that with? The Monsters, Inc. was the Hollywood, whatever.
Like the Hollywood limo ride. And then you could tell it was like, they just put,
like it's Drew Carey, but he's now like a decontamination guy in Monsters,
Inc. Yes, that was so funny. The exact same animatronic, but and in the same position too. They didn't even bother to change.
Yeah, you can see those side by sides if you Google them. The limo ride, but this is just like we talk about when they take down a roller coaster. They should chop it up and sell it, is what we always say. Maybe not for $200 for 3 inches of it, but they should totally put all of those plywood painted props out and sell them.
Yeah, sell them. Put them up.
Why wouldn't you? That would be so much fun.
They could do it at their Halloween event, like just have a store with all the Boo Blasters props, and people would buy that stuff. You
could totally do it during the Halloween haunt. There'd be plenty of space to set something up like that. Just put it all out. You could even do it outside the park gates.
Right.
Like you could have the stuff for sale and have pictures or whatever inside. There's so many ways that you could do it so easily. Yeah. And who wouldn't go and buy a really cool Dayglow ghost
I would
and bring it home and put it out. Yeah.
I'd put
Oh
it
my
out
gosh.
every year
Come
for
on, Kings
Halloween and
Island.
shine a black light at it. Sure, I'd do it.
That's so much fun.
That's good. That's good.
Cool.
Speaking of black lights, EB, there's a lot of them used at Dinosaur at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Of course, that's the big e-ticket dark ride that they have that is essentially, this is the neatest piece of trivia. That ride has the exact same track system and track layout as the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland. It's like exact, like the perfect thing, which is why now that ride is going to close on February 1st, 2026, I'm talking about Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom, a lot of people thinking, with this new Tropical Americas area that they're bringing, here we go. Let's just put in the Indy ride because it's the exact same thing. You just take out all the sets from Dinosaur and you pop this right in. So I find that fascinating that it's the exact same thing. So weird.
That's so fun. Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I like seeing somebody put a point of view video on YouTube showing the Indy ride and the Dinosaur ride going side by side. And of course, like the cars don't move at the exact same speed. They stop and slow down for different things, but you can see that it's the same thing.
It is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That's so wild. Well, they should have left a couple of dinosaurs in there, be like Indiana Jones in the dinosaur cave.
They should do a little
Why
Easter
not?
egg.
They could have done or they could have made the whole story be dinosaurs. Why not? Indiana Jones and the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Or have Indy somehow go back in time to the dinosaur. Yeah, you could have a lot of fun stuff.
Totally.
Wasn't that the whole thing of that last Indy thing? It was like a time travel. Like he found the
time turner.
Yeah, the time turner.
And then they went and they saved Buckbeak.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened?
Indy, he helped me out.
That's right. That's right.
Very good. So last time to ride Dinosaur, February 1st. I'll say this. Having ridden Indiana Jones, I know there's some people who love that dinosaur ride, but to me, it's always kind of been a disappointment compared to Indy. Especially I thought the part that was worse about that ride is the part where you go back in time. Like it's so unconvincing because you just go up this ramp and they're doing strobe lights.
Going back in time, I can tell.
Yeah, it didn't work for me, man. Like I don't know, they put some strobe lights at you, but you can see ahead the darkness where I guess you're supposed to be looking in a portal. I don't know, but it just never convinced me. And as a theme park guy, I was like, I don't get what's happening. Like, what is this? We're just going down a hallway and all of a sudden we're here. Like, couldn't they have filled the hallway with smoke and then you come out and there you go? And that was the smoke and a lot of lights.
Something. Obviously, you have to have a little bit of suspension of disbelief when you're going through an attraction that is trying to tell an immersive story.
Right.
But the purpose of it being immersive is to help you suspend your disbelief. And so, if you're just, you can do better.
Yeah. The other thing about the Indy ride that was supposed to be there, and they tried to bring this effect back several times, but they built this smoke effect where at the end a meteor was supposed to be coming and crashing to Earth, and you escape it. Yep. With seconds to go, but they had this smoke effect where they would blow this ball of smoke at you, a perfectly spherical ball, and they would light it from behind with red and orange fire effects, so it would look like
an actual meteor.
Yes, it was really great, but it never worked. It worked in the previews, but that was it. So yeah, man, I always wish that worked. They have sort of a version of that in Indy now at Disneyland, but it's not perfect. So they're still working on it. It's cool stuff. I like that.
I want to look that up and see if I can find a video of that.
See if you can find. I have always looked for a video of the original. And there's a few out there, but not many. So while you look at that, let's talk about this new roller coaster coming to Glenwood Caverns. It's going to be the highest elevation roller coaster in North America. You've got the details on this, right?
Yeah, so this I actually found out about this. Kind of got the inside info when I was at Glenwood Caverns, and got my credit on Cliffhanger. It was closed the last time I was at Glenwood Caverns, so I was happy to get back and get that credit. And I was told while I was there, I'm glad you're getting your credit now too. Hint, hint. And indeed, the old Cliffhanger, which was a weird, I guess I'm looking at Roller Coaster Database, an S&MC roller coaster. I don't know what that is, but it's a compact. It reminds me very much of those Schwarzkopf coasters that are just kind of plunked down on concrete and have a lot of support structure and all that sort of stuff. And you get really low next to the concrete, and there's a lot of interaction with the supports. They were very strict riding at Glenwood Caverns to keep your arms inside the vehicle because the clearances on this thing were tight.
Yeah.
You absolutely would take your hand off if you put your hand out. So that coaster, it's been at the park since 2012. It's going away. It's being replaced. Disappointed in this. An SBF Visa. Little spinning coaster. And not even the big one. Just a little one. I mean, those are super fun. They're fun.
Yeah,
but that's fine. But it's not nearly the thrills. It's not nearly the same coaster that the Cliffhanger was. Cliffhanger was a good 60 feet tall and had a lot of track. This is that one of those little SBF Visas. It's 19 feet tall. And yeah, it's not even the figure 8 model, I think. Yeah, it's not. It's just that boomerang shaped one.
Yeah.
But just fine. It looks pretty. It's cute. They're going to call it the Gold Rush. It's fine. But Glenwood Caverns is a long way to go. They're still recovering from the Haunted Mine drop. They sunk a lot of money into what's the big coaster now? I can't remember. Defiance. So they just don't have a lot of money to invest in something. But I'm glad they're taking away a roller coaster and replacing it with a roller coaster. That is good.
That's good.
So good on them for that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, didn't you talk to Arthur while you were there at Glenwood Caverns? And don't they want us to record the safety spiel for the canyon swing?
Yeah, we need to follow up on that. They were going to have us do the voice for like how to ride the canyon swing. Like, make sure you take your hat off and your sunglasses, kids. Yeah.
We could record that right here on the show as part of an episode. Yeah,
we'll absolutely. Do that. All right. So I got to follow up on that.
We'll find out about that too.
Cool.
One last one here in St. Louis, not too far
from
Another
new roller coaster.
Yeah, another roller coaster coming. What is this?
This is great. So St. Louis has their Union Station. It stopped operating with trains and actually doing train service. 1978 is when Amtrak stopped sending trains through. And it became a kind of an entertainment destination. They built out a hotel. They've got an aquarium there. They've got shops and restaurants and the whole thing. They've had rides before. They also have a big Ferris wheel. That's where the big St. Louis Ferris wheel is.
Nice.
But just this last weekend, they have added 3 new rides.
Oh, that's excellent. Great.
And one of them is a roller coaster. They've added the Flying Louie swinging ship, a Zamperla Swings, classic wave swinger, and Locomotion, a Zamperla compact spinning roller coaster.
Nice. All right. Good for Zamperla. Getting some
nothing wrong with that, right?
There. I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that, man. I was at King's Dominion the other day, and I was telling my daughters who are 6 and 3. I said, "Hey, you just rode a Zamperla ride, and Daddy talked to the guy who runs Zamperla," and they couldn't have cared less. They're like,
nope, not at all.
Yeah,
nope. These are cute. These are cute rides. It's great to see this kind of building up into a little park. They already had the wheel there, but now, they've got 4 rides and there's a roller coaster. So this is Union Station, St. Louis, becoming a little amusement park right there in the middle of downtown.
Good for them. Good for them. Mm-hmm. It's always good when I like it when there are roller coasters and rides like this outside of a theme park that you can go and check out. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
good deal, man. Good deal. Some good quick hits there. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to try something new, something called Trip Report Roulette. Never done that before, so we'll see how that rolls. And also, we've got news, EB, about a chance for all of us to meet up in the early part of 2026. That's pretty exciting. Yeah,
let's talk
about it right after this.
This is Coaster Radio. Welcome back to the 20th anniversary season of Coaster Radio. Here are your hosts, Mike Collins and EB.
Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike, here with EB, the first show after Labor Day. This is always the time of the year, EB, where it's like usually things are like slowing down, but it feels like they're kind of picking up again. We're getting ready for the haunt season. Parks like open throughout this month, even opening all the way through November in some of these regional parks. So I'm liking it, man. I don't feel like we're slowing down. I feel like we're speeding up into like the really, really fun time of the year that most people love theme parks.
Yeah, and I will say, as we're going to talk about a potential Coaster Radio meetup, if you want to meet up with me, I'll be at Universal Studios Hollywood next weekend, 2 weekends. I'll be there on the 13th and 14th.
Oh,
If
I can't
anybody's
wait.
gonna in California and wants to get out to Halloween Horror Nights or go visit Universal and say hi to me, that's where I'll be. I'll be on checking the Discord. You can send me an email, eb@coasterradio.com. If you want to say hi, that's where I'll be in the park.
Excellent.
I'll go through. I'll go through a maze with somebody.
Good.
I might grab you because I get scared.
You're not a huge fan.
I'll be there, EB.
Yeah.
Grab me, please.
Grab me. Hold me tight. I'll get you through it. It'll be great.
There you go. But let's talk about a real meetup, Mike.
Yes.
I'm already planning to be down in Orlando in February. You love to go down to Orlando in February. It's a great time to go to Orlando. Why don't we do a meetup? And yes, we're going to do it. So we are looking at right now Sunday, February 22nd as a potential meetup date. Maybe we'll do something on Friday. Maybe we'll do something on Saturday. But I'm feeling like Sunday's going to be the day.
Okay.
But if anybody wants to plan right now, put that on your calendar and plan to be in Orlando the weekend of February 21st for a Coaster Radio meetup, an official, real Coaster Radio meetup with all the fun and shenanigans and recording a podcast episode live with all of our friends down in Orlando. I'm not sure where we're going to be, Mike. I would love to have this be an Epic Universe meetup. That would be my first choice. But then we also... lots of parks down there. We've got both fun spots. We've got Disney and we've got SeaWorld, which, we're friends with SeaWorld and I would love to get to SeaWorld to ride all those rides.
Yeah. I can see us doing, if we're going to do like the traditional meetup, I can see it taking place at SeaWorld or maybe at a fun spot. Epic Universe might be harder. So we might do Epic Universe, but not not be the official meetup location.
Right.
But I bet you SeaWorld is pretty open to that type of thing, and especially because they're like the roller coaster capital, more roller coasters there than anywhere else. So,
yeah,
roller coaster capital of Florida. I'm talking, Florida.
Yeah, roller coaster capital of Florida, and we are mostly a roller coaster podcast. That would be a good way to say, hey, we are picking you over Universal and over Disney. We're doing it at SeaWorld. That would maybe open up those doors a little bit more for us. So we'll make that ask. We'll make those plans and we'll let you guys know. But I think for sure, put it on your calendar right now, make arrangements, ask for time off work the weekend of February 21st next year.
There we go. Let's do that right now. And we'll lock that down. We'll start working on that immediately. But this will be fun. There's no better place than Orlando in February, man. Because the parks are empty, but yet temperatures are good. And it's good if you're like me, you live in D.C., if you're like EB in Indiana, you get away from that cold weather, have a little bit of fun. So I like it.
This is a good idea. Cool.
I like it. All right, my man, it is time for Trip Report Roulette. And what that basically means, EB, is we've got like a ton of trip reports that we're going to get through here from people all over the country, man, out there enjoying the parks.
And I feel like we have to kind of talk about how this is going to work. So I think like we have the Coaster Radio supercomputer, we have the Coaster Radio roulette wheel, but our roulette wheel, it doesn't have a ball that clickety clacks around the spinner. Ours is instead our trip report song. And then every time we play a trip report, it goes, ooshka, ooshka.
Ooshka, ooshka.
There you go. Yes.
That's how our roulette wheel works. So are you ready to throw the ball down? And I think that's going to be the song. And then we'll play our first one. And are you to set these up or are we just going to hear them randomly?
I think I can tell you what it is, like, just to set it up. So should we play the song and then I'll just I'll look here at which one it lands on and then I'll tell you what it is. Yeah. Okay.
Trip Report Roulette theme song, go.
Let's go somewhere cool. Let's go together.
Love it or hate it, it's catchy.
This song is so long. I do love
it's
it.
It's a catchy song, man. It's catchy.
Let's go somewhere cool.
So good. So we can have the ooshka ooshka. I'll tell you, the first one up here is one from a park near me, King's Dominion. We can check that out. So let's give it a ooshka ooshka.
Ooshka, ooshka.
Hey guys, Kevin from Morrisville, North Carolina. Happy roller coaster and kid-free day, at least for the wife and I, because this is one of the rare times we're at a park, King's Dominion today, without our kids. We came here 18 days ago and Pantherion was not open, so I had to settle for my 300th coaster as Big Bad Wolf the Revenge. Strangely enough, I didn't plan it this way. I got on Pantherion today to start the day, 6 rides without having to get off the train. Which was a great start, and that was my 305th coaster. So,
wow,
kind of worked out kind of cool, or at least I think so. The crew is absolutely killing it. They're spitting trains out as fast as humanly possible. Thankfully, the weather has broken this part of the country. It's not nearly as hot as it was 18 days ago, where the heat wave was like 111 degrees. But I'm just super excited that I got on not only the Eiffel Tower, Pantherion. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much. Good first trip report here on the roulette.
All right, let's throw it on that ball and get another Ushka for the next one. What's this one?
Go. Oh, it's landing on. Hey, where you're headed, EB? Universal Studios Hollywood. Let's give it a Ushka.
Ushka.
There it is, and we'll play it again. I like roulette, man. This is great.
Hey, Mike and EB.
This is Smemmy.
Coaster Smemmy. And we are in line to ride.
Wait, I gotta step. Coaster Smemmy? Is that their name?
Smemmy?
What does that mean?
Is that like you just have a regular name, but then you have to add coaster to make it sound like you're an enthusiast?
I guess so. Or is that are they combining?
Is it like a Bradgelina?
Yeah, maybe because it's
Okay.
SESMEMI, so it must be like I don't know. I don't even know what names you get to that, but yeah, Coaster Smemmy is what.
Or it's just a delightful name.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
Great.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Here's Coaster Smemmy at Universal Hollywood. Here.
Hey, Mike and EB.
This is Smemmy.
Coaster Smemmy. And we are in line to ride the Mummy at Universal Hollywood. We just got soaked on Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, beg your pardon.
Love just Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah, we love the Secret Life of Pets. The pets were up to no good. They escaped. We haven't seen the movie, but this is just such a good dark ride. We love those practical effects.
Yes.
And we also had fun on the Simpsons ride.
Yeah.
This
Didn't
is just,
like the stunt show though.
You could skip the stunt show, but this is such a good park, everybody. They have everything here. I think they could use a tiki bar. I think that would be fun. But hey, we love the dark rides. We're so excited to ride the coaster. So see you, Coaster Radio. Ride on.
Right on.
All right, Coaster Smemmy, speaking our language there, talking about a tiki bar. Yeah.
On the Mummy. Smemmy on the Mummy. That's good. Yeah, I'm going to Hollywood. So Secret Life of Pets, I'm glad to hear that's a fun one for anybody who isn't a fan of the movies or or seen them even. That's a great review. But I don't know if I can trust Coaster Smemmy for saying skip the stunt show. The Waterworld stunt show? It's fantastic.
Oh,
How dare
you'll
you,
be
sir.
there. You're going to be there.
You bet I will. And I'm going to boo the deacon big time.
We ought to make T-shirts. Boo the Deacon. That's. I like that. That's a T-shirt I would wear, EB. And
I like
hey,
that
by the
too.
way,
All right.
I'm so upset. Every time I go out to Southern California, I want to go to Universal Hollywood, but no one will go with me. I've never been there with someone who wants to go with me. They're always like, can't you do that next time you're here by yourself? And it's like, come on. I want to go once.
Well, next weekend, you come with me.
Maybe I should just hop on a flight and just do it. Just screw it. Screw my responsibilities and just go.
Be sick. Call in sick.
I'll call in sick. I don't know if I call in sick for my kids, though. They're like,
just leave a note. Sorry, I'm sick. Went to hospital. Be back in 2 days.
I'm getting some IVs.
Right.
At Hollywood. All right. We got to spin the roulette wheel here again. I don't know what this is because it's just a bunch of letters, so I don't know what this file name is. So we're gonna find out together. But let's hear that Ushka, man. There it is.
Ushka.
That sound makes me laugh every time. All right, let's find out what this is together. I have no idea which one is loaded in the machine.
I'm nervous.
Hey, Mike and EB, Zach from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Came down to ZDT's amusement park to ride Switchback for the first and last time.
Cool.
And it was awesome. It's a little rough. Hope wherever it goes or whoever buys it does a little track work to it, but that it lives on. It's an awesome coaster. This park is really good and reminds me of the small amusement park we used to have in Tulsa. It's a shame that it's closing down. Tate, what'd you think?
It was super fun. I would definitely ride it again if I could. I'm sad that it's closing down.
So I noticed you missed my birthday on the last episode. You just played this trip report. That'll be good enough. Talk to you guys soon. Keep up the great work.
Oh, there's the ZDT. We must have missed his birthday, but at least we got to play the trip report, even though we should have played it last week, EB, because we were talking about ZDTs last week. So there it was. We heard the switchback there at the end. Very nice.
Very cool. Gravity Group switchback. Only wooden shuttle coaster, I think, in operation anywhere. And it didn't find a home, did it? I don't think it did.
Not yet. We haven't heard any news about that. So I hope that it will, because I would have traveled to that small little park just to ride that ride. That's an interesting ride to me. And I'm
Absolutely
hoping
unique.
somebody moves it. Like, that seems like that would be a fit at Knoebels. Like, that's a place where it would work.
Sure, something weird, and they would do something dumb like that.
Right. Yeah,
spend a lot of money to move a weird
right.
roller coaster.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, sometimes when you're just driving on the highway and like you're tired of listening to music, so you just start daydreaming. I was thinking, like, would Gravity Group just build one for cheaper than somebody actually buying that and moving that? It seems like maybe that's be cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of roller coaster, that's for sure. But
yeah. So I don't know.
all right, we got one more on the roulette wheel?
Yeah,
Okay.
one more. So spinning away here, and let's play that sound effect one more time. I like
one
it.
more spin.
Ushka, ushka.
Ushka. Let's hear. This one's from Darien Lake. We don't hear from Darien Lake very often, so let's check it out.
Coaster Radio, it's Brian from Buffalo here at Six Flags Darien Lake. And I felt compelled to call today because last week one of your callers said that Darien Lake was feeling like a lifeless park. And I can understand where he gets that feeling from on a typical day, but I have to say I am here today on a beautifully cool 68-degree Labor Day weekend Saturday. Everything's up and running. Everything's going really nice.
Beautiful.
Truthfully, it feels like the park has a lot of life, but I get what the man is saying, though. On a day-to-day, we need something else here. One more nice coaster. Basically, everything they have here is kind of an off-the-shelf coaster, more or less, so that's why it's important to get something else in this park. Here with my daughter, Morgan. Morgan, what was your favorite ride?
Ride of Steel.
And how are your Dippin' Dots?
They're amazing.
All right, so the Dippin' Dots are amazing. My one thing here, though, guys, is that these coasters need to get 2 cars on the track.
Yes.
All but Ride of Steel only has 1 car, and even that one only has 1 car operating. So they got to get that figured out.
Yes.
Makes people happy to be in lines for less time. Goodbye.
All right. Very good trip report there. And so true, man. There's nothing worse than showing up in a station, seeing a long wait, and they're only running 1 train, man.
Yeah.
Not good.
When they absolutely could be doing 2 train operation.
Yeah.
You see that a lot at parks, but yeah, get your acts together.
On the other hand, man, I love going into a station and seeing them working 2 or 3. When there's 3 trains operating, I'm a happy guy because it's just gonna.
You give them applause. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was fun.
That was fun, right? Yeah. Jumping around the
great.
country there for a little bit. We ought to do that more often. And I know that you guys out there do such a good job of calling in, like taking time out on your theme park and amusement park trip to send us those trip reports. So we're going to get to all of them. We're going to get to them. And we love playing them here. And thank you so much for sending those. Now's the time of year where we really like them because EB and I love hearing inside of the haunts. I know, EB, you love it just as much as I do.
Yeah, send in those trip reports. You can send them to feedback@coasterradio.com. Just record some audio on your phone and send it to us, feedback@coasterradio.com. Of course, there's also the Apple iPhone app. Find the Coaster Radio app. It's got all the episodes of Coaster Radio. Plus, it's got the handy little widget in there that you can record a live trip report and send it immediately directly to the show. It's so convenient, so easy, so good. Mike, next week is the ultimate.
Yes.
Round 3. Round 4.
Round 4. We're already round 4.
Of
2
the
more
ultimate.
left. 2
This
more
is so
left.
great.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been paying attention, this is Coaster Radio's 20th anniversary season. So we're doing a season-long super game show called The Ultimate. The ultimate theme park fan, ultimate roller coaster fan, ultimate Coaster Radio listener, all rolled into one. 5 rounds, 1 championship, big prize at the end.
Yes,
That's
and
it.
we are playing it next week. So join us on Wednesday night. 9 p.m. Eastern, but follow us on social media. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on, or I said Twitter, but X, Facebook, all of them. You'll get all the information of how to be there. But if you go to the Coaster Radio website, go to the contact page and sign up for our email list, you will get the answers to one of the questions.
That's
because
right.
we'll send that to you the day of. So,
And it's a real game show, everybody. So if you haven't played the Ultimate, do plan to join us. Put it on your calendar now. Wednesday, September 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You'll go to live.coasterradio.com. No, game.coasterradio.com.
yes, that's right.
And go to game.coasterradio.com. You'll see on our social medias, the announcements, the links, all of it. But you actually will have a dual screen experience by watching the show and listening to the show at the same time. You'll have the screen give you the options to be able to answer the trivia questions. There's a complicated scoring mechanism that puts strategy into play. You'll see the leaderboard in real time. It's so much fun to actually play the game. So do be here Wednesday, September 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And do follow us on social so you know exactly where to click and exactly when to join.
Yeah, and go watch our YouTube channel. We have every single episode that we have recorded for season 20 on YouTube.
Including the previous Ultimate episodes.
Yes. Go back and watch those because you can see how the game works, and that will just give you a leg up on the competition. And you can join the 3 finalists who are already there because this is the 4th round of the Ultimate. So we're excited for this, man. It's going to be good.
Love it. This is great. Okay.
I want to thank everybody who supports the show. There's so many ways to do it, but we appreciate those people at patreon.com/Coaster Radio. EB, you always say it best. It's like a tip jar. You know, if you like this show, you tip a quarter. That turns out to be $1 a month if you want. Or if you really like the show, you can move up your pledge level. The cool thing is at every single level, there are different perks and benefits, including at some where EB will send you something in the mail on your birthday, or there's another level where EB, don't you just send people random things when you feel like it? You just
the
cool
Snail
things,
Mail Club.
Yeah,
when people send park maps to the PO box and things like that, I send stuff back out again, or sometimes I send out stickers and such. So go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio, support the show, put in a pledge. Like Mike said, it can be any amount. It can be $1, $5, $10. There's different perks. There's bonus content, all sorts of stuff. Access to the Discord. That's really cool. Mike, at the $20 pledge level, we say the listener's name right here at the end of the podcast.
Yes, let's say hello to Alex Payne, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick, the Sweatshirt Guy, our friends at Club Z, the 2 bearded Coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, John Brown, and Josh Combs.
Oh, the Jays. Justin Padilla, Karen and Lee Howard, and Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends at Made to Thrill, Matt Walker, Michael Foucault, Nick from Paris, Paulo de los Reyes, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Shane Mankiewicz, Tom from Louisville, Zachary Carpenter, and a big thanks to our friend Kyle at Lindner Design Company, specializing in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. You can find them on Instagram at Lindner Design. And of course, you can find the CoasterRadio.com logo all over our cool merch. Go to CoasterRadio.com, scroll down, find the t-shirt shop, find all the t-shirts, the retro t-shirts, the old meetup t-shirts. There's a beach blanket on there. There's all kinds of fun stuff. Go find the Coaster Radio store at CoasterRadio.com.
Sounds great. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you next week for the Ultimate.
You've been listening to Coaster Radio, the original theme park podcast. To learn more about the show and hear hundreds of episodes from the archives, visit our website at coasterradio.com. This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. Thanks for listening. Peace out, suckers. Coaster Radio is a production of Lift Hill Media, LLC. Audio and video from this program may not be broadcast, edited, or reproduced without our express written permission. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. This was all done in one breath.